Hey Siri, navigate to the Grand Canyon.
Getting directions to Grand Canyon National Park.
It gets really hot in Phoenix over the summers, so Tara and I decided to get out of town over Memorial Day weekend. It was a special trip because it was also exactly 2 years after we met. It's 9:40 a.m. and Tara and I are hitting the road. We're going to go to the Grand Canyon, Sedona, and Flagstaff over the next couple of days. And I'm really excited because I've never been to any of those places and I've lived in Arizona most of my life. There were a lot of people on the road over the holiday, so we did a lot of sitting and waiting.
My butt hurts from all the sitting.
For lunch, we found this swanky place on Yelp called the Hudson. The view was incredible. What'd you get here?
Portobello sandwich. And I'm pretty sure it's vegan.
After lunch, we decided to check out Oak Creek Canyon. They don't accept credit cards, so we had to go back to the car and then back to the payment station. So we parked the car like a quarter mile away and didn't bring any money. And it's $2 a person to hike this fancy trail in Sedona. We didn't stay long. By mid-afternoon, we were on our way to Flagstaff. We're at this place called Pizzicoletta. It's in downtown Flagstaff. It's in this old building. We got sat outside, kind of mad about it. But we're gonna try some pizza. I hope it's delicious. This is the only place in the world that serves vegan prosciutto that actually comes from a pig. So we're at this place called Fire Creek in Flagstaff. Whenever I go to a coffee shop for the first time, you always want to order an Americano. You got to judge them based on their espresso. Average.
Can't get rid of it. The second we touch this rock, we have to take down the rock around the entire house.
We've been in Flagstaff, a city I've never been, a city Tara hasn't been in for like 10 years. And we did about a couple hours of exploring, and the rest has been watching HGTV. On the third day, we arrived at the Grand Canyon around noon. The first thing we did is make our way to the South Rim. At long last, there's a Grand Canyon. We just visited the South Rim. It was like the normal lookout. It was pretty crazy. A lot bigger. I mean, you know it's gonna be big, but it's bigger than you think it's gonna be. 8 out of 10. While the South Rim was cool, I wanted to go deeper in the canyon. I'd read about the Ooh-Ah Point online and decided it would be a nice leisurely hike to see more of the canyon before heading back.
There's horse poop everywhere.
Hey, don't run. I'm so into this one we're on.
So we've been doing it for about 10 minutes, and it's at this point I realize it's going to suck going back up. The Ooh-Ah Point gave a different perspective of the canyon. Knowing that we were only a fraction of the way down the trail, the walls of the canyon towered over us, and it really drove home just how massive this canyon is. It was one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen, and there was no one I would have rather seen it with. All in all, the trip to the Grand Canyon was awesome. I hope to make it back soon.
So we just climbed back from the Ooh-Ah point, about a half mile straight up the canyon. I really like this canyon. It's probably the grandest canyon of them all. 9.5 out of 10.